Hey everybody, if you're looking to improve your trumpet sound, this video is for you, especially if you have a thin, pinched, or small sound when you play. There's a very, very easy fix, and that's the fix we'll be talking about today. But if you are happy with your sound, you like it, but you're curious to what might improve it, definitely also stick around, because I'm going to tell you something that I think about all the time whenever I play the trumpet. And it starts from the low register to middle register and also translates directly to the upper register. Focusing on this one thing makes my sound much bigger, much fuller, and it doesn't take more effort on my end at all to produce that sound. The notes resonate much more just from doing this one thing. So let's get started. Now first, we're going to address the thin and the pinched and the small sound on the trumpet, and I'll quickly demonstrate it. Now, when I was playing those notes, what I was mostly focusing on to produce this sound, I'm not sure if it translates directly through the camera audio, but what I'm focusing on is pinched lips and tight lips, and a smaller aperture. So when that happens, the air can't vibrate in the mouthpiece properly to create the best sound that you can possibly create. So obviously the more space you give the air, the less pressure. So the more you back off the horn, the less pressure. And the more lip surface it has to buzz inside the mouthpiece, the more beautiful your tone can be. Now, there are many improving tone videos on YouTube, and a lot of them talk about a fuller airflow. Okay, which is very important and very good, and less pressure and relax the lips and all of that, and that is all correct also. The one thing that I focus on when I play to make a very full, resonant, and easy flowing airflow in my upper register, middle register, low register is to focus on the placement of each specific note and where my air is going. So for example, when you play a specific note, let's go with a G. This is just a G. Now, when I work with students and we're trying to fix one specific issue, I try to purposefully get them to overdo that issue. So whatever they're struggling with, give me that problem, struggle with it, and forcefully put yourself, maybe even exaggerate the issue that you're having. So if we were to do that on the G, so this is just a pretty standard G, and then we're gonna pinch and go ahead and close the sound, pinch the lips, make it sound tight and small. Okay, so that's me centering the note, pinching, centering, pinching. So that takes us from the center to the top, from the center to the top. Now, what I do to maximize the freeness of the sound and of the note and of my air is I focus on playing these notes on the bottom. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and play center, then I'm gonna pinch, then I'm gonna drop, pinch and drop, pinch and drop. And I want you to listen to the tone quality of the G when I'm focusing on playing on the bottom of the note. Here we go. Now we'll play open. I want you to experiment. Right now, if you have your horn or if you pick it up a little bit later, play a centered note, what feels centered to you. Then pinch. And if you don't have to change much to bring your notes to a pinched sound or tight lips, or if you don't have to change much, then you are probably playing in a standard, pretty pinched position. So I want you to literally, to try this, to improve your sound, or just to experiment with this just for fun. Go ahead and hold a note, and then just literally, it feels like you're chewing gum or whatever. You're going ah-ee, 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 while you're playing the instrument. okay? So that right there will help you understand what you are able to do to make a note more resonant. Everything that we're talking about with improving tone, I do these things in my personal warm-up. If you're interested and you'd like to just see what I do or have a structured warm-up, it's in the description, check it out. Now, there's an issue that comes with the broader end of the note. When you go to the bottom of the note, you get that fuller sound, but it also obviously goes a little bit flat. So in order to actually play on the bottom ends of the notes, in the middle register, in the upper register, I actually tend to have to push in my tuning slide just because I actually focus on playing on the bottom of these notes because it's a much easier feeling to play the trumpet. It's much easier to produce a louder volume when you're focusing on the bottom out of the note. I'm not saying that volume is the most important thing, but in terms of freely playing the instrument, freely playing the trumpet, especially when you get into the conversations of lead playing, when you've developed your embouchure properly, this conversation translates directly to that because you can't play lead trumpet with pinched small aperture. We can train whisper tones, we can train the upper register. It's a great way to train high notes is to pick high notes that are near the top of your range. Sit on those notes quietly, whisper tones, just play those notes quietly, develop your muscles here. But then once you're able to comfortably land and sit on those notes, we expand the air properly without overforcing, overblowing, overpressing the horn into our face. So that when you play on the bottom ends of the notes, when you play open and full, that's when you get that real lead sound. So when you're playing long tones, any type of phrase, it's obvious that when you tighten the aperture, the lips and everything, it'll sound pinched. And when you open, it'll sound open and more free. The question is, and the goal is to find the perfect place for you, for your embouchure, for your setup, to where it'll feel the most natural and free flowing of air, and you won't have to work as hard to get a specific dynamic out of your instrument. I really hope that this topic helps some of you improve your trumpet sound. If anything, experiment with pinched and open, experiment with that. It'll only help you understand the trumpet a little bit better. I really hope that in this video I was able to help at least one of you improve your trumpet sound. And if you did enjoy this video or you found it helpful, do consider subscribing or leaving a like or sharing it. And thank you so much for being here. Get to practicing, get to having fun on the trumpet. God bless you all, and we'll see you in the next video.